today's video, I'm going to be talking all about print-on-demand companies. So if you're an artist or a designer and you really want to have your artwork printed as prints and on different products like mugs and t-shirts and greetings cards, but you don't necessarily have a whole load of extra money lying around that you can spend on all these products, and you don't really want to have a whole load of boxes in your bedroom, then print-on-demand companies might be something to look into. I already have a Redbubble and a Society6 shop. To be honest, I don't really use them that much, and I really wanted to find out what alternative print-on-demand companies there were. So I thought, as I'm doing this research, I may as well make a video about it and share what I've learnt. So I'm quickly going to explain what print-on-demand is, and then I'm going to share some different companies and tell you my thoughts. If you want to jump around, I will leave some timestamps below to the different companies. So if you don't know, a print-on-demand site is somewhere that you can go and upload your own artwork and designs, and then you have the option to print them on a whole range of different products like notebooks, mugs, t-shirts, flip-flops even. That company will then print those products and fulfill the orders and ship them all off for you. And they also deal with any kind of like customer complaints, returns, if that's something that they offer as well. The only thing that you do is to upload the artwork. You're not necessarily going to be making loads of money, as if you do make a sale, the company takes the base price out of this. So basically that's just covering the price that they charge for their product, which is fair enough, but your margin might not be enormous. If you went to the manufacturers directly, you could get a better price per item. So there is the potential to have a bigger profit, but then you do have to pay all that money up front to begin with. Then you have no guarantee whether or not you're going to sell that product. But yeah, so you need quite a lot of money to invest in that, and you might end up with too much stock as well. I have definitely had this happen to me before, when I've thought, oh, well, it's so much cheaper if I just get more of an item, and then you've got a whole load of products, and maybe if you're in the beginning stages, you might not have so much of an audience, or an item might not just be very popular. So a print-on-demand service could be something to look into, even if you have maybe an Etsy shop or your own shop, just to use it as a way of testing products out before you then invest your own money into it. Yeah, so let's have a look at some of the print-on-demand companies that are out there. I'm going to start off with Redbubble and Society6, just because I've used them before, and then I'm going to be doing some research into some new companies. So starting off with Redbubble, it's a very popular website, so there's a lot of traffic going there. This could either be seen as a good thing or a bad thing. The more people that use the website, the more competition there is. But on the other hand, there's a lot of an audience base there, and people are going there wanting to buy something. They do feature people on their front page, and I was actually featured once, which was very exciting. Yeah, I was featured for this bee design. Yeah, I don't really know that I got a lot of sales from it, but it was quite a nice compliment to be featured. They offer a very wide range of products. The one thing I would say is it can be quite tempting to literally put your product on every single item that they offer. And I think going forwards, this is something that I want to consider a little bit more. Yeah, I'd really like to create designs with a specific product in mind. Yeah, let me show you some of the products that I have got on my Redbubble shop. So I've actually ordered a couple of things. So they do these, they call them studio pouches. You could use them as like pencil cases, which is what I use them for. This one is empty at the moment, but it just has some pencil sharpenings in it. But yeah, so this is the bee design that was featured. They do these in different sizes as well. But yeah, so you could put pencils in there, makeup, whatever you really want to keep tidy. So I've got one with my bee on, one with this mermaid on, which if you've seen my mermaid pins, this is actually the same kind of design. I actually did this one first before I did my mermaid pins. Yeah, that's what that looks like. I also have the mermaids on a cushion. I feel like I should maybe go further back. One, so it fits in, and two, so that you don't notice any cat hairs that might be on these cushions. But yeah, so there's that. And then I also have a bee cushion as well. I went for a different colour in the background for this one. But yeah, I think I offer this one in 3 different colours. And yeah, these cushions also come in different sizes. I actually just got the cushion covers and then I got my own cushions to fit inside. But yeah, I think it is a good idea if you're doing a print on demand shop to buy just one of each of the products that you're selling. Maybe not get everything, yeah, just to double check the quality before you start telling everybody about it. And then also it means that you can take your own photos and like set things up with like your sort of aesthetic or brand or whatever. So other things about Redbubble, they have global sort of printing and shipping, which is really good. So they can ship internationally without sort of charging the customer too much. One thing I have found about my shop is it seems that some of the items are a little bit hard to find. Yeah, you have a menu on the side with different categories, and sometimes it seems to be a little bit difficult to find the particular product that you're looking for. The other thing about Redbubble is that they have a $20 threshold for their payments, which means that if you make a sale but it's lower than $20, you have to wait to get paid until you reach that threshold. And then if you don't reach it, it just goes on to the next month's payment. And then if you still don't get it, it just keeps rolling over. They do pay you eventually. So they pay you in January once a year. But yeah, that's something to consider. So next up is Society 6. So I ended up getting a Society 6 as well, just because I was really excited by some of the products they had, which went on Redbubble. So they have so many different products. They have like actual curtains, they've got yoga mats, and I've seen on the website they even do furniture now. So they do like printed tables and benches and things. The only problem is that you can't adjust the artist margin. It's set at 10%, so you're not really going to be making a whole lot of money on that. And the only thing that you can adjust the prices on is on your prints. But yeah, so while they have a whole range of products, I don't think they're one that I want to be investing more time in, just because there's not going to be much return on that. Yeah, they're based in the US, and that's where they ship from as well. So international customers might have to pay like sort of custom tax or like extra shipping to get their order. So that's something else to bear in mind. So moving on to some other companies now. Artofwhere is a company that I heard of from watching Holly Dunn Design's channel. She's been designing these amazing scarves, and she did an unboxing video, which I will link in the description. But yeah, I was really excited by the quality of Artofwhere's products, and their website looks really amazing. It doesn't look like they have the biggest range of products in comparison to some other print-on-demand sites, but I think that is actually quite refreshing. And yeah, like I said, the products that they have look like they're really good quality. I think their tote bags look really good, and they do a basic one, or you can have lining inside it. They also do something called an origami tote bag, which is basically like a scarf, but then you kind of fold it up in a certain way and attach handles, and then it becomes a bag. But yeah, I think that looks quite cool. I also really like the look of their notebooks and the fact that they've got like rounded corners. Yeah, like the little details there. So they're based in Canada and they ship from Canada and the US as well. Again, international customers might have to pay a bit of like custom tax or something. Something that Artofwhere offer, which is really exciting, is they integrate with Etsy and also Shopify. Is it called Shopify? Shopify? I haven't used it, but I think basically you can use it to then link to your own website if you have a shop on there. And I just think this is really great because it means that then your customers don't have to be going in onto loads of different websites to buy your stuff. They can just go to one place and get it all there. And also I just think it then keeps like your sort of aesthetic and just makes it feel a bit more like personal as well. So if you do use the integration, when the order goes through, the print on demand company will then still print the order and ship it out. I think other companies may offer this service as well, but it was very obvious on the Artofwhere's website that that was something that they offered. So next up is a company called Kite, which is based in the UK in London. They have actually got global printing and shipping, so you don't have to worry about customers having to pay customs tax. They don't have the widest range of products. There's a few items of clothing, some homeware stuff, and some prints. They are a bit of a different print-on-demand service as well, as there isn't a shop on their website. So unlike Redbubble, you can see everybody's shops. You might not necessarily be getting that traffic. Instead, they also do integration, so you can use their own app, and then you can connect that to your own website. So I like that aspect of it. Another thing is, even though they do ship globally, you have to actually set the shipping prices yourself. And I think it would be really nice if they could just put that in for you. One of the whole ideas of having a print and demand service is that they sort all of those things out for you. And whilst they do, I think, suggest what the pricing could be, if you weren't aware of that, you might end up being out of pocket. Printful is a company that's best known for its t-shirts, but they do also offer homeware and like other accessories like phone cases and things like that. Out of all their products, I'm really excited by their backpacks, their aprons, and also they have a heat changing mug as well, which I think is quite exciting and not something that I've seen on other websites. Yeah, so a new term that I have come across is white labeling, which is basically where a company doesn't put their own labels in the items, so it's blank, and then you can put your own labels like logos or whatever inside it to like have your branding. So this is something that Printful offer. There is a fee for it, but it's something that you might possibly want to do just to sort of have that overall something. Brand identity, that's what it's called. Yeah, something else they offer, which is a free service, is you can actually put your logo on the packing slip, and you can also do a custom message, which I think is a really nice idea, especially as somebody who has an Etsy shop. I love writing like the personal notes. But yeah, I think having that just reminds you that it is from like an independent artist as opposed to like a very big company. They're another company that also integrate with like Etsy and your own website, and they also have global shipping, so lots of pros for Printful. Contrado is a company based in London in the UK. They also have a US and Japanese international website. They do ship around the world, but again, not from loads of different locations, so there may be custom charges. They've got quite a large selection of clothing and homeware. I'm really excited by the range of handbags they have. They also have the option of printing on vinyl if you don't want leather. Which, yeah, is good if you're looking for like a non-animal based product. They also have diaries as well, which I think that would be a really good product to test on a print on demand website, because if you're printing anything with dates on, then you have to sell those items quite quickly. So I think calendars and diaries would be something that would be really good to sell on a print on demand website. Yeah, another cool thing that they do is they offer printing on fabric, so you could print meters of fabric and then do whatever kind of craft or sewing projects you want to do from that. One thing to note is that Contrado is actually an invite only website. I'm not sure how hard it is to join, as I haven't attempted it myself, but there is a form to fill out and you have to say sort of how many sales you regularly get and what type of products you sell. They seem to really value quality over quantity, and when you start out you're limited to just 10, I think it's 10 items or 10 products, and then they give you feedback based on these items, and then I think you can sell some more stuff. They also really value sustainability, so they print with like eco inks, and they offer free bundles of like sort of scrap material and stuff, which you only pay for the postage. Speaking of printing on fabric, the last company I'm going to talk about is Spoonflower. But yeah, so this is a print on demand company that specializes in like surface patterns. So they print on fabric, wallpaper, gift wrap. They do also print on some like sort of homeware things like cushions and bedding and curtains. But yeah, it's lots of things that would work really well with like surface pattern design. So on their website, they offer different repeat options. So you could either have like your pattern tiled, or it could be like dropped down, or you can even do like a sort of mirror thing where it like flips. So there's lots of different options there, and they have a huge range of different fabrics that you can print on. If you're not sure what type of fabric you want to offer, they actually do samples for like $3, and in it they have like different fabric samples of their whole range of fabrics, and also like their paper, wallpaper, and their gift wrap as well. And then you can test how like stretchy it is and just like how it feels. They also have a magazine, which is only available in America, but they do have like an online version which you can see quite a few pages of. Everything is clickable on the online magazine, which is why you might be able to see some of these little boxes. I think Spoonflower would be a really cool place to go to if you were into like costume design or cosplay or something like that, because you could create your own custom fabric if you wanted to like recreate a costume from like a film or something. I also just really like the idea that you could create fabric and then other people could make things with it, especially for somebody like me that's not very good at sewing. I think it would be really cool if I could create something that then other people could turn into some kind of amazing masterpiece or something. So that's all the print on demand companies I'm going to be talking about today. There's obviously a lot more that I haven't talked about. Let me know in the comments if you use any of these or if you have any others that I haven't mentioned. I really like the fact that lots of them integrate with Etsy, because I love my Etsy shop. I love being able to write notes to the customers and like package things, and I wouldn't want to miss out on having that personal touch. So I'm definitely going to be keeping my Etsy shop, and I'm going to continue to sell like my pins and my prints there. But having a print on demand site to like test out other products, I really like that idea. But yeah, I think at the moment I'm leaning towards Printful. I like the fact that they offer a custom message, and also the fact that they ship internationally just means that the customers then don't have to pay as much for shipping costs. But yeah, so those are my thoughts. Let me know what your thoughts are. And if you liked this video, please give it a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more illustration videos. I do studio vlogs and sit down chatty videos. So if you want to see that, yeah, subscribe and hit the bell, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. I've been talking so much. I feel like as the video is nearing the end, I'm forgetting how to talk because I've been talking for such a long time. I hope I'm still making sense.